I've been thinking a lot about this moment of my childhood lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's the this situation and being at home a lot. When I was a child, there was a huge economical crisis in Bulgaria, and it was difficult to find something to eat, even to buy something to eat, because stores were empty everywhere. Every day we would wait on a huge queue for 4 hours just for a bread, two eggs, and a piece of cheese. And at the same time, there was no electricity um, in the evenings. But still, I have very precious moments from this time because I remember the whole family gathering around the table. It was winter, it was cold, we didn't have electricity nor heating, but we had two or three candles on the table just to have some light, and we would warm our hands on the candles, and we would have a really simple dinner: bread, cheese, an apple, half an egg. But we would have this really intimate and cozy atmosphere and conversations. And my grandfather, he loved sugar, and there was no sugar. And for his coffee or tea, he would use uh, a, like very cheap bonbons in Bulgaria called lukcheta, which comes from onion, but not because they taste like onion, they taste like mint, but because they look like little white onions. And he would put them in his coffee, and at some point they were gone from the stores as well. And I used to hate these bonbons, but then I remember this was the only sweet thing we can have as children, as people. And it was gone. And I remember one day, me and some people, some children from the neighborhood, sitting on the ground, wondering what sweet we can eat. There was nothing sweet. We were remembering the taste of all the candy bars we used to eat once. And there was an apple tree with green apples, and they weren't ready at all because it was April. And someone suggested we can eat from these apples, and we did, and they were awful, but we loved them.
Wow, I'm so happy you brought me to your home country. It's I know your stories about it, but now it looks so different. Everything changed, huh?
Well, it's quite different now. And yeah, many things change. See, I don't remember, for example, this building and this street. It's different. There's so many cars.
Yes, big cars. It's how do you feel? This must be so different for you. Is it still your home?
I guess I was born here, so I feel it like home, but it's really different. And there is a subway now.
Yes.
It's a great subway. It's so clean and new.
It's so fast, huh?
Yeah.
The development, huh? And do you know still people from your old times? You said you might visit Peter.
Yeah, Peter. And yeah, well, I guess Peter and Maria, she's still here. They still live in the neighborhood. They have children now. They are grown-ups. That's strange. We used to smoke, you know, with them once. Ah,
Wow, wow, that's amazing. It's in one lifetime, in such a short time, you experienced such a big change. And I guess you told me about your grandfather. And how is it for the old people? It must be touching for them to. You still have contact?
yeah, my grandfather, he passed away a long time ago, and my grandmother as well. But I think old people, they live better now. but still they have these memories from before,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
me. But even
it's very funny when I look at the modern kids. It doesn't matter if the West or the East. They look so similar. The same clothes, the same mobile phone, and in a way, when I think about it, we are also quite similar. Of course, we had much more in the West in the old times, many more things, but still things were not cheap. I remember when I got my first basketball ball. It was so special. Nobody else had a basketball, a real one. And then the first Xerox machine came, and in the company of my father, and he made copies of bills that we had bills to play. It was so special. And today it changed. Everything is plenty. You have of everything wherever you go. It's even too much.
I saw a child and a boy, and he was maybe 5 years old, and he had a smartphone more expensive than mine,
Yeah.
and that's normal. There is nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I meant. Emotionally, when I look back and you look back, we lived in a time where things were precious for
Yeah,
you, other things than for me. And today, my son has in the cellar, I don't know, 7 balls of all kind. And I do not want to say what is right or wrong. It's just very different today. Yeah?
but see, when we were young, we were missing material things like basketball or mobile phone. Maybe one day they realized they were missing emotions and feelings.
Interesting. Huh?
Anyway, let's go visit Peter. He lives there.
I'm looking forward to it, to hear
Yeah, me
more
too.
stories from your youth. This is fantastic. I
Haven't
love
seen him
it.
for ages. So let's go.
Let's go.
I'm gonna ring the bell.
East and West, and old times and times of today. I'm thinking a lot about it. My girlfriend lives in Warsaw, and I'm traveling forth and back since 11 years. But in fact, I went first time there in 1994 regularly. So I have not seen communism, but I saw how it was looking just afterwards. And the world is changing so much, and here too, it's the world becomes similar. We once went to buy IKEA furniture, some cupboard, and we bought it for my girlfriend in Warsaw, and we built it there, and we saw we missing some little knobs for the drawers. And when she was here in Düsseldorf, we went to the IKEA here to get these knobs, and of course they had them. But was so crazy is this place, the storage place, the big thing, you know, in the IKEA where you go downstairs, it had exactly the same organization. We knew where the knobs are without looking, because it was looking exactly the same like in Warsaw. And that was weird. We didn't know in which IKEA we are. Are we in the IKEA in Düsseldorf, or are we in the IKEA in Warsaw? And then, of course, friends here have exactly the same furniture as her friends in Warsaw. So when you're at the homes, it also looks the same. And in a way, it's very nice that we are so similar now. And on the other hand, I think a lot got lost. I have very mixed feelings about that. Very mixed.